feel to say I'm gone, I'm out, I'm done, finished with it. These clowns, these jokers keep my emotions come like one step forward, two steps back. Why you trying to hold me back? Go round and round and round the track, but London keeps on coming back. Growing up, my influences, I think just like anybody else, was at the top of the list Michael Jackson, because he's just a superstar, great, he just always influenced me. The dancing, the music, everything, melodies, brilliant. Also Salt and Pepper, I love Salt and Pepper. The tunes were just great, the outfits, everything made me want to perform, made me want to dance. I even loved Vanilla Ice, the Ice Ice Baby, I love that track. He wasn't really one of my influences, but I definitely remember dancing to that, you know, and performing and just jumping around the house sort of thing. I mean, my dad, he just listens to a bit of everything really. Literally, he still raves now, so he's Peter Pan. So he loved the club music. He still loves the olden stuff, like a bit of country. Like, you can never know with my dad, literally just everything and anything. With my mum, she was more into like reggae and revival and like old time reggae stuff. So it was kind of a bit of a mix and blend really for me. Music made a pact, any genre I eat that. Yeah, little London singing act, but don't forget I fucking rap. Got bars so tight they don't have gaps. How you gonna fathom that? You smiling faces and stab backs. Where I'm from we don't play that. I keep it moving loud and crap. Fuck about you'll get smacked. Attack me, you must be smoking crack. You just mad, your lines alright. Now I ain't going tick for tack, but you taught me I'll eat my hat. I keep it bulky, rhymes stay fat. You're fake, that's why you swagger chat. My dad's side, they're all performers. Everybody does something within the industry. I mean, everyone's just so theatrical and just out there and crazy and extra. And a lot of my cousins are all singers, so it's kind of embedded in the blood and stuff like that. I think growing up and watching everybody being quite outlandish and out there and in your face, I definitely wasn't shy growing up. And I really remember going in and purchasing them and thinking, you know, the big records, I was quite pleased with myself to be able to go and do that. And I was at quite a young age. I'm gone. I ain't gonna be waiting no more. No more, no. I'm sick of beating down these doors. These doors. Never wanna open shallow in the street. I'm sick and tired of this. Rhyme biters, niggas with ghost writers, clowns, jokers, toy soldiers and pop gangsters. Always time wasting, lying, manipulating, hating, coattail riding and hoes on the road, digging, double crossing tossers. I call you a tosser, cause you never fly straight, can't relate. I'm a queen, just checkmate. Little London contemplate, leaving UK for USA and giving up on music, cause hip hop's in a bad state. Aquarius, and I'm very stubborn. And I think as soon as I stepped into a studio, I was quite fortunate to be around a few adults that actually had studios. They played live instruments. It wasn't all computers and Cubase and Logic and whatnot. It was live instruments that people were recording, and I was quite fortunate to be around that, to see it, and to see adults actually trying to make a living. Like, I had an understanding that it was possible to maybe be, you know, out there, and they weren't pop stars, they weren't out there, they weren't on TV, but they were taking it seriously, even if it was in the front room studio setup. And I thought to myself, yeah, this is what I want to do. It is a good idea to have a backup, because it's such a very, very difficult industry to break into. But at the same time, if you do want to break into it, you've got to be determined, and you've got to know that this is what you want, and you can't really take no for an answer. Saying of like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That definitely plays a huge part, unfortunately, because it's such a shallow industry, and you know, if you've got morals and standards and you don't want to be fake and stuff like that, you don't want to kiss ass and all the rest of it, you know, it's very difficult. You have to be out there networking and meeting these right people, because it's like a little world of like people that's to their world, and they're not letting anybody in. You know, you can knock the doors all you want, but you have to be determined, kick these doors down and you're coming in either way. It would just be devastating, too much drive and ambition to throw it all away just because this industry is missing real talent like me. Kick doors, fuck keys, I'm coming in the back way and bringing in the family. London is a go-getter, a hustler. I make things happen. I have to make things happen. I've always had a firm saying, like, you know, 20% of nothing is nothing. So until you're raking it in, I don't see what a manager's going to want to do with you anyway. I've had so many people want to manage me, and if you can do something for me that I can't do, fair enough. And I'm sure there are plenty of people out there, and if you are, get back at me, make sure you give me a call. But the people that I've found, I mean, it's crazy. It's a bit of a crazy industry because, for instance, the person who just signed, I don't know, the Spice Girls, they've got the Spice Girls. They don't want to manage anybody else because the Spice Girls are giving them the money that they want. But they're the ones with he's got the contacts. So it's like he's the one you want to manage you, but he's already got somebody. As soon as Spice Girls go down the pan, they're now looking for new eyes. So you've either got people who don't know what they're doing who want to manage you, or people that do know what they're doing who don't want to manage you because they're managing someone else. But it really does keep the kids off the streets, to give them something to focus on, to give them something to love.